What's going on, guys? GNT here, and we got a kind of a heavy topic today. So we want to find out whose celebrity death impacted you the most. Let's go. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jose from Baby Gorilla Comics and Geeks at the Nerd Table, but I'm not by myself. I got my boy Kev here.
What's going on, everybody?
And my boy Frank.
Well, this is going to be an episode.
Definitely is. We're doing like kind of a tribute episode today with the recent passings of Hulk Hogan, Malcolm Jamal Warner, and Ozzy Osbourne. We felt it compelled to, pay our respects, and this is the best way and the only way we really know how to do it is by reflecting on celebrity death that impact us the most, because everybody has a different experience with different people. These are people that are characters that are larger than life that we don't know on a personal level, but in some way or another during our lifespan, we've connected with them. So we're going to start with Kev.
Well, I'm the youngest here. I'm just going to say that. To me, the one that hit the most out of the three was Ozzy, because I am a metalhead. I am a rockhead. I love heavy metal and rock. And Jose, I'm so sorry.
I ain't dead yet. Jesus Christ.
But Ozzy was was part of the reason why I fell in love with the genre of music. Crazy Train, when he was with Black Sabbath, I mean, the list goes on and on. He did something that kind of sparked something in me, to be honest with you. Being the odd person in the circle, not being, not fitting into the squad, just being different. And even though he's had his troubles, he's definitely had his troubles.
A lot of drugs.
A lot of drugs.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
But his music always spoke to me. I can't really describe it. Like, Mom, I'm Coming Home, fantastic song. And it's actually funny. The first time I listened to his music, I didn't actually see him, like what he looked like. The first time I saw him was Little Nicky. The movie Little Nicky.
Little Nicky.
I'm like,
wow.
Oh, Ozzy. Okay. Kind of protect to that. Okay. Him biting off the head of a bat. I mean, how metal can that be? I mean, seriously.
Or crazy.
Yeah, that's so crazy. That's how.
But that was Ozzy. That was who he was.
Yeah, and Austin Powers 3. Another one that he was in with his family. It's just he was just so out there, but that's what we loved about him. He stuck to himself. Even though he was a little crazy, but he made music that people just loved, and that's how it affected me, because again, he's part of the reason why I am who I am today.
Yeah.
Ozzy definitely left such a mark on this world. His whole family left a mark. I remember when obviously I know Ozzy from Black Sabbath and everything, but when they went to MTV and did the Osbournes, and they're just a crazy family. But there was a lot of love there at the same time. And, I appreciated him for his music and how he treated his family and what his wife meant to him.
Yeah. His wife saved him.
Yeah. Sharon definitely saved him. So not one of my most impactful, but definitely tons and tons of respect for him. Also for the other two, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Like, I grew up with him on the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
And the best Theo. Right? There's so many episodes that I remember that. Obviously, the first one to come to mind was when Denise made the shirt for him, the gold and black shirt.
Yes.
And the collar was like up here, the pocket was down here where his waist was, and then Hulk Hogan. Like, Hulk. That was my childhood. Like, I should be watching SummerSlam right now. But I'm here. But, the immortal Hulk Hogan, the character, the entertainer Hulk Hogan was fantastic. How you feel about, the person himself, Terry Bollea, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
I don't put him in the same category.
Separate the two.
Yeah, the entertainer, Hulk Hogan, the immortal Hulk Hogan, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, train. That was from 85 to even when he came back in the late 90s with the NWO in the early 2000s in WCW. So all three were very meaningful to me, but not the one that struck me the most. And I probably have two. But
I have probably two as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you say, Frank?
Well, I mean, all three of them were very impactful for, growing up with them. But whose death impacted me the most is Robin Williams.
Yes.
Robin Williams, that is literally my childhood. Everything from Peter Pan to the best and only genie there should be. But, not to say that Will Smith didn't do a good job. He did his own genie, and that was the best way of handling it.
He did well.
Especially because Robin Williams was supposed to be that role.
Yeah.
We lost him at the worst time in his career because he had so much that he was still yet to do, and he had so much going for him. But to know his comedy routine and to also know all of the things that he did for, there's countless accounts of. I'm getting actually sentimental on it.
It's okay. Yeah.
But there's so many accounts of him actually caring for people where it's only coming out now that there's tons of homeless people that every single thing he was on, he would require so many people to be hired that were homeless and then got them into the careers,
As
into the
extras.
jobs,
Yep.
and helped them out and did it silently. It was all part of his contracts. And it was like, yep, I'm going to point out 10 homeless people that I run into in the area that we're doing these footage, and you're going to hire them. They're going to do some meaningless job that doesn't impact anything, but we're going to help them out.
They can
earn a living. And a lot of them actually stayed in the industry and did more stuff, So he actually impacted people's lives the most. The way he handled with troops, there's so many USO tours that he's done.
Oh my God.
They're probably one of the funniest and coolest moments is him over in Iraq and all of the soldiers at Reveille do an about face on him, and he's like, what the hell's going on? Reveille, retreat. What's going on?
Yeah, I remember that bit. I remember
but
that
it's
video.
and he handles it with such humility and honoring those that he's serving.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
That video, I remember. He literally was he was talking, and it went off, and they all stood up, and he did not hesitate. He took off his hat, and he sat there in silence. And then once it was over, he's like, well, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to top that.
Right?
I remember one of the first, I've lived many more years than these two guys, so I've experienced a lot more as far as celebrity deaths and stuff like that, especially being a wrestling fan. Lots of deaths in wrestling.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
But Robin Williams, one of my first VHS tapes, you can Google that. It's from the 1900s. My first VHS tape was his movie, Coming Back to America, where he says, "Good morning, Vietnam."
Yeah, it's Good Morning, Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm thinking America, but Good
You're
Morning,
thinking
Vietnam.
of Eddie Murphy,
Yeah,
Coming to America.
Coming to America, yeah.
Same year, I think.
I think
But that movie is what got me into Robin Williams. It wasn't even major comedy in that movie. There was comedy, but that's what made me fall in love with him. And then he just banger after banger after banger. One of my favorite movies from Robin Williams, believe it or not, is Patch Adams.
Oh, yes. Patch Adams.
Patch Adams was his first non-comedic role. To me, what he did in that movie, I could compare to what Jim Carrey did in 23, where it was not a comedic role.
Yeah.
He was crazy. But I've actually used that speech that he did on the casket where he's tapping and he's crying, I love you more than... I've sent that to my wife. And to this day, there's so many great Robin Williams movies, but for me, that Bicentennial Man,
That
a great
Poet
movie.
Society.
That Poet Society. So
Hunting.
many greats.
Good Will
Hunting.
Hunting. Yeah.
He's one of the greats. We definitely lost him way too young, way too early. That's why it's important that if you have something going on, that you reach out to people, because the happiest people are the saddest. The ones that don't speak up are the ones to worry about. He had a lot of demons, but he also had a lot of mental issues that, you know, as a man, he maybe, and I'm not putting myself in his shoes, but maybe he thought, you know, I don't want to burden other people with my crap. I don't want to burden people with my problems. So, you know, from his death, you know, Chester Benningfield from Linkin Park, Chris Cornell, all self-exited because people thought they were these happy people that had everything and they weren't.
Yeah.
So it's important to reach out.
So one of the interesting things with Robin Williams, and this is a crazy fact, which actually bleeds into probably the second person, in the movie Pan.
Hook.
Got it wrong.
The other
Hook.
character.
The other character. In the movie Hook, Wendy says to him, it's been 10 years. It was 10 years. It's a crazy fact. It's 10 years from Robin Williams' death to Dame Maggie Smith, who played Wendy.
Yeah. It's a crazy coincidence.
Yeah,
Yep.
Just like
So
the
Maggie
Simpsons.
Smith is my second because there's so many things that she's done. Hook,
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
so from Hook to Harry Potter, but also the Dowager Princess in what is it? The English show.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm blanking on it.
We're in America.
Help them out. Downton Abbey or something?
Downton Abbey. Yeah, Downton Abbey. But yeah, like she's phenomenal too. But the fact that they crossed so early on, and then like the fact that the movie itself says it's been 10 years since I've seen you.
Yeah. It's crazy coincidence.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know, you heard the topic of the show when we started.
Yep.
It was going to get deep. Kevin, you said you had a second one that affected you.
I have had two. Obviously, Ozzy was three, but the two we actually brought up already. Robin Williams was one of them.
Oh.
My first introduction of Robin Williams was actually Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire, such a good movie.
I love that movie. He was fantastic in that.
Yes, he was.
The part that gets me the absolute most is not the beginning, but the first court scene when he's like, when he just sits up, he stands up and he goes, I just need to be with my children. Like, he's a dad that isn't the best, but he knows he can't live without his kids because that's his. Obviously, you guys can speak on that because you guys are fathers.
Well,
but
I can definitely speak on that because I've been divorced and I had 3 kids with my ex-wife, and that scene, I knew exactly, you know, how he felt from personal experience. So, yeah, Robin Williams, definitely.
And the second thing was his stand-up. I love his stand-up. No matter how crazy and how fast he goes, it's like it's 100 miles per hour, but you just somehow keep it up with him.
He was so talented. He had so many voices, not only in his head, but in his mouth, where like, oh my God, this dude, hilarious. He can go from making you laugh to making you cry.
Yeah, he is the reason why, like, I love joking around and like making people laugh and smile because of him. And the one joke that always stands up to me was really random. He was talking about him being a gorilla and he was doing
baby.
sign.
Yeah.
He was the girl was doing sign language, and it goes from he wants you to tickle her, okay, and then he wants you to lift up your shirt, okay, and he just goes, and as I lift up my shirt, she reaches out, grabs both my nipples, and when the 800-pound gorilla got you by the tits, you listen. Just that type of just comedic is just. I loved every minute of it. I always watch his stand up all the time.
And his stand up was so original.
Yes.
Yes.
Like there was nothing. No one else was like Robin Williams stand up. Like it was just the 80s was a different time for stand up. It just really was.
Look, the bicentennial, they had him on stage dressed as the American flag. And it's meant to be a comedy kind of thing, but he took it in a way that is just brilliant. Him talking about the flag and how, like, the beauty of it, the honor of it, the formation of it with the stripes and everything and the stars, and like you put the right person to do that thing when all of the nation was all eyes on it.
Yeah.
And even Jumanji, because that was another movie that I
Great
never.
movie.
Yeah, the second one when Dwayne Johnson, everyone in the scene, they pay tribute to his character. Like that's how much of an impact he has when he's been gone for so long, and it's a sequel to a movie that he originated with, and they still pay tribute. It's just a great thing. Now my second one is actually you brought up earlier. It was Chester from Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Linkin Park again. We talked about it before on the podcast. We talked about the Linkin Park album. If you have not seen that, me, George, and Mike talk about it. Make sure you guys check it out. Chester was a big part of my childhood as well. It was Ozzy, Linkin Park, like those type of bands. Linkin Park is up there for one of my favorite bands of all time. And his voice was just so original and different from everyone else that he may be a little out there, but his voice brought everyone together. And with older, as the band went on with I think it was One More Light album, that was just One More Light, they said they do not want to play that song again because of Chester. And that's how much of an impact he has, because when he goes on out there and sings that song, he cries and he goes to the crowd. Because he may be hurting, but the fans are the ones that are helping him. Even though he's no longer here, that's how much of an impact he has. And now the band's going on. People may not like it that he's not there, but it's not a slap in the face to Chester. It's a tribute.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So
I was one of the ones that was skeptical because I love Chester Benningfield.
yeah,
Like Linkin Park, I've been with them since the very beginning. And I was older, so I got to go to concerts, in the early 2000s.
So was Mike. Mike met Mike Shinoda. He has a picture of him. Again, if you want to see that, watch our album review.
But like he was definitely one of the ones that impacted me. So for me, I think I have a lot of deaths that impacted me. I don't handle death well as a person. I just don't. I've been surrounded by it. I hate it. I know it happens. It's natural. I tend to shut down. Right. For me, the biggest one, like number one impact of death was Michael Jackson.
Okay.
For me.
Michael Jackson.
I remember where I was. I remember I was working at 5th and Olney at Modell Sporting Goods.
Wow.
And it was the summer. I remember sometime August. It was right here before his birthday, which is August 29th. Mine's is 23rd if you want to send me gifts. But a lady came in to the store. And like when I was the manager for every retail store, like I was the ultimate professional. Like I did not curse. I did not yell on the floor, like sales floor or anything like that. Lady came in the store and she looks at me and she goes, "Did you hear Michael Jackson?" I said, "Get the fuck out of here." And I was standing. I remember my associate was right next to me. Shayla was next to me, and I go, "Get the fuck out of here!" And she goes, "No, for real." So I run into the office to Google it. I don't know why, because I had my phone on me. It wasn't like it was 1996. But I went into the office to see it, and I saw it. Michael Jackson dead. You know, instantly started crying.
Yeah,
like,
but we're the generation that will go to a computer
yeah,
to Google something, then go to our phone.
True. But yeah, that was like one of the first celebrity deaths where I actually cried, where I actually teared up. And because one of my dreams, I grew up, my life is music. Always has been, always will be. Music has always defined and shaped who I am. I express myself through music more. I was that kid that was making mix CDs, you know, from the radio and stuff like that. Because music was my life, is my life. One of my biggest dreams was to see him live. I wanted to see Michael Jackson live before he passed away. There's only 3 people I ever wanted to see live, like before they passed away. That was 1 was Michael Jackson. 2 was Boyz II Men.
Good old Boyz II Men.
I love Boyz II Men. And 3, and probably my second favorite actually before Boyz II Men was Mark Anthony.
Okay.
I love Mark Anthony. I love his music. I love my culture. I can't afford his tickets, so I probably will never get to see Mark Anthony live.
Fortunately, I never got to see Chester live, so I get it.
I did see Chester live, and it was amazing.
So you hear.
So for me, that hit me the most impactful. Second one, which is probably going to be kind of weird to wrestle. Well, not really. But like Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
When Eddie Guerrero passed, I was like, no, not Eddie. Like, we lie, we cheat, we steal, like Latino heat. Like, although he was Mexican, to me, he still represented me because he was Spanish.
Yeah.
You know, and the pride that he had for being Mexican was the same kind of pride I had for being Puerto Rican. Like, I'm not the dude that's going to walk around with a Puerto Rico flag or a Puerto Rico tattoo or a Puerto Rico flag hanging from my car window. That's not me. But I love my heritage. And like, Mark Anthony is part of that. You know, Osai and stuff like that. So music... Mark Anthony. Sorry. Getting confused.
I have another person.
If Mark Anthony dies, we're rioting.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Like, I'm being a straitjacket. I better see his ass live before he dies.
We're all going to have to get to you first.
I do have another person. I don't know how I forgot about this person, but for me, Stanley. Stanley was again, big part of the reason why I'm who I am. He made two comic books that I love very much, Fantastic Four and Spider-Man. Like, those are my 2 that I grew up with, and I love it all because of him and Jack Kirby. And like, we knew, unfortunately, we knew it was coming because he was up there. But still, I mean, the man lived for cameos. He was.
The cameo king.
The cameo king. I forget what movie it was. God, I forget what movie it was, but he was talking to the guy about the girl that got away. And he was saying that
It's Captain America. He was talking to Captain America, Chris Evans, about the girl that got away.
No, he was talking. No, this is another movie. This was like
really,
like early 2000s, I think, and like 90s. He was saying that like Doctor Doom, like him being behind armor, that was me. And Hulk being a normal guy at one point and Rage the other, because I made these characters because the girl that got away, and we'll never have another day with her. I forget what movie it was. Someone please tell me in the comments because I forget. And,
Google. But Stanley's another one.
The guy's name was Brody. He said Brody like twice to him. I forget what movie it was.
But Stan Lee, while you think about that, Stan Lee is definitely one of those guys that will live forever.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm looking up. Just give me a second.
I mean, Stan Lee is one of those deaths that, like, yes, it hits hard,
but not
we're
really.
Always, yeah, exactly.
You know?
It hits hard, but not really, because I feel like we'll always have Stan Lee.
And he was in his 90s.
Mallrats.
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 Not a Marvel movie.
1995.
Right. Mallrats. I know what you're
1995.
talking about.
With
That
Kevin
just
Smith.
jogged my memory.
Yeah.
Oh
1995.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
You weren't even born.
I know, but but I'm saying, like, after he passed, I saw that clip. I kept seeing that clip over and over again. But yeah, that he really affected me, and he's the reason why I'm who I am today. And I did make a video. This was his birthday. I think I did like 2 years ago. But the man has made such a huge impact for not only us, but for all the Marvel fans and superhero fans around the world.
Definitely has. All the people we spoke about today affected all of us in a certain way that makes them important to us and gave us a feeling at some point, whether it was sadness, whether it was happiness. It was a feeling. I'm very curious to find out who impacted you the most. What celebrity death impacted you guys the most? So definitely hit us up on the comments, messages. We truly appreciate the interaction. But going back to what we were talking about, if there's an issue, reach out. There's 800 numbers, there's friends, there's family. Self-accident is a temporary solution, a long-term solution to a temporary problem. That's why I'm starting Streetlight Confessions, which is going to be starting in September. And we're going to be dealing with those hard topics that men don't want to talk about. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make this, because we need to speak up. We need to reach out to each other. You need to look to your brother for help. No one has to go through life alone. You know, there's always someone out there. So if you need help, please reach out. Message us. We'll talk to you. Yeah. We're here for you. But that being said, stay tuned for those episodes, Streetlight Confessions, and let us know in the comments what celebrity death impacted you the most. And until we see you guys next time, take care, be safe, and look out for each other. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.